Hello everyone. In this video, I am going to teach you about some basic concepts of macroeconomics, and I am going to cover two-way classification of goods in this video. Okay. So students, we know very well that production and consumption of goods are the core element of economic activity, and we used to produce and consume lot of goods from small pin to big planes. And students, all these goods have different features, or you can say they have different economic values. So students, it is very difficult to study economic value of each good separately. Therefore, students, these goods are classified into different categories depending upon their features and their end use. So students, let's move on to the first topic of this video, that is two-way classification of goods. Okay. So students, if we categorize goods on the basis of features, we have consumer goods and capital goods. And students, if we categorize goods on the basis of their end use, we have final goods and intermediate goods. So students, one by one, we will understand about all these goods. So students, let's talk about first good, that is consumer goods. So students, consumer goods are those goods which are directly used by the final consumers to satisfy their wants, such as milk, ice cream, etc. So students, these goods are meant for final consumption by the final users. ओके, सो ये गुड्स फाइनल कंजम्पशन के होते हैं, इनको फाइनल यूजर्स ही कंज्यूम और यूज़ करते हैं. And students, these consumer goods are further classified into four categories: durable goods, semi-durable goods, non-durable goods and services. So students, what are durable goods? So durable goods are those which can be used for several years, and they are relatively high in value, such as scooter, car, radio, television, etc. And students, what are semi-durable goods? So semi-durable goods are those which can be used for a period of 1 year or slightly more, and they are not of very high value, such as clothes, furniture, crockery, etc. And students, what are non-durable goods? So these are those goods which can be consumed once and they are of relatively low in value, such as bread, ink, domestic LPG, petrol, etc. And last but not the least, consumer goods are non-material goods, or you can say services. So what are these? So these are basically non-material goods which directly satisfy human wants, such as services of doctors, lawyers, or household servants, etc. With this student, we have another goods that are capital goods. So students, these goods are basically fixed assets of the producers, such as plant, machinery, etc. And these goods are used in the process of production for several years, and these are of high value, and these goods involve depreciation also. Student, what is depreciation? Depreciation basically refers to the loss of value of fixed assets owing to their wear and tear. Okay. With this student, we have final goods. So what are final goods? So students, these are those goods which have crossed the boundary line of production. Student, what we understand by boundary line of production? Student, by this I mean that these goods are out of the process of production, or you can say out of the process of value addition, and are ready for use by their final users. Student, let's take an example. There is a shirt in a retail showroom which is all set for sale to its final users, and no value is to be added in the shirt by way of stitching, ironing or packaging. Okay. So student, further these final goods are classified into final consumer goods and final producer goods. So student, what is final consumer goods? So student, final consumer goods are those which are finally purchased by the consumer for their satisfaction of wants. For example, bread, jam, butter. These all are used by the consumers. And what are final producer goods, student? So these are those goods which are finally purchased by the producer for using it as a fixed assets in the process of production, such as tractors, harvesters, which is used by the farmers. Okay. And students, expenditure on final consumer goods by households is called as consumption expenditure. Okay. And expenditure on final goods by the producers is known as investment expenditure. Okay. With this, student, we have another category of goods, that is intermediate goods. So students, what are intermediate goods? So students, these are those goods which have not yet crossed the boundary line of production. And students, you can say in these goods still value is to be added and are not ready for use by their final users. Okay. So student, these goods are basically purchased by one firm from the other firm, either as a raw material or you can say or as goods for resale. Take an example of this fabric. If firm X purchases this fabric from firm Y for making shirts, it will be termed as intermediate good. Or student, if firm Z purchases shirts from firm X to put it in a retail showroom to sell it to the final consumers, still it will be termed as intermediate goods, because student, I already told you that basically these intermediate goods are purchased by one firm from the other firm, either as a raw material or as a goods for resale. Okay students. And one more thing, students, the expenditure made on intermediate goods by the producer is called as intermediate consumption. So students, tell me one thing, is it possible to distinct the one set of goods as final goods and another set as intermediate goods? So student, the answer is completely no. We cannot distinct it, because same good can be final or intermediate both. बेटा एक ही goods final भी हो सकता है, intermediate goods की तरीके से भी act कर सकता है. But students, difference between both the goods depends on the end use of the goods. Student, what we mean by end use, I will clear it with the help of an example. Students, let's take the example of salt. So students, if this baker buys salt and when he bakes the bread, he adds the salt in it, this means he used this salt as a raw material in the production of biscuits, so it will be act as an intermediate goods. But student, if we use this salt in our houses, or you can say we consume the salt in our foods and salad, it will be termed as final goods. So students, the end use of the good is the principal basis of classification between an intermediate good and final goods. So students, I hope the concept of classification of good is clear to you. And students, if you like my video, please press the like button, share it with your friends and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.